It would be idyllic if life never presented challenges, if we could traverse each day effortlessly, consistently making the right choices. However, the world doesn't align in such a straightforward manner. In reality, we inevitably stumble and occasionally take actions we later rue. Stoicism, though conceptualized as a philosophy, emerges as a practical system for existence, a compendium of guidelines to navigate the complexities of life. The Stoic creed acknowledges the intricate nature of life, brimming with circumstances that test our resolve. To counter these challenges, they devised principles to serve as compass points, anchoring us on the path of virtue. In this video, I'll delve into 11 historical principles I've adopted to cultivate the finest version of myself. Formulated by Stoic philosophers more than 2 millennia ago, these rules have enriched countless lives across history. I extend an invitation to stay tuned till the conclusion, immersing yourself in these precepts that you can seamlessly integrate into your life's fabric. Before we commence, your support in liking this video would be greatly appreciated. By doing so, you contribute to the propagation of this profound philosophy. If you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so and ring the notification bell, ensuring you remain abreast of all forthcoming content. Primary rule: conquer your mornings. A particularly insightful segment in Marcus Aurelius's Meditations involves his inner dialogue at the outset of Book 5. Faced with the awareness of needing to rise from his slumber, he grapples with a strong inclination to remain cocooned in the comfort of his warm sheets. This inner struggle resonates with many, yet it is also quite remarkable. Marcus Aurelius wasn't bound by necessity to leave his bed. He wasn't compelled to undertake any specific obligations. Preceding emperors often delegated governance responsibilities, opting to bask solely in lives of opulence. Nevertheless, Marcus Aurelius deliberately resisted these enticing prospects. He resolved to rise early and attend to his duties. This deliberate choice stemmed from his profound understanding that triumphing in the morning held the key to conquering both the day and life itself. While he might not have encountered the adage, "The early bird catches the worm," he was keenly aware that a well-commenced day paved the way for productivity. Personally, I adopt 3 strategies for fostering a productive morning. Firstly, I engage in journaling immediately upon waking. This practice involves jotting down the tasks slated for the day and composing a brief retrospective entry on the prior day. Through this, I acknowledge both my successes and shortcomings, fostering self-awareness and highlighting areas for improvement. Consistently journaling establishes a morning routine that prompts introspection and reiterates my objectives and desired conduct. Secondly, I embrace physical activity. The intention isn't rigorous exertion, but rather the activation of my body, be it a leisurely stroll, a gym session, or a brisk run. Any activity that invigorates me physically serves to awaken my senses and set a positive tone for the day ahead. Lastly, having completed the preceding actions, I channel my focus towards my tasks. The initial rituals prime me to engage attentively with the responsibilities at hand, leveraging the energy and clarity fostered by the morning routine. Principle 2. Direct your attention to the realm of your influence. The Stoics placed significant importance on concentrating on matters within our sphere of control, while disregarding those beyond it. Grasping this concept bestows upon you a heightened practicality and diminishes wasteful expenditure of time and energy on concerns that hold no merit. Embracing this notion equips you to circumvent numerous sources of frustration and needless suffering, illuminating the path toward worthwhile pursuits aligned with your ambitions. An illustrative instance lies within the domain of sports. You exercise dominion over your performance and how you engage with the game. Conversely, outcomes like victory, opponent behavior, audience reception, these remain elusive of your control. Internalizing this truth and centering your focus on your own gameplay, rather than external factors, is likely to yield enhanced results. This principle extends universally across your life's scenarios. By recognizing and upholding the distinction between your jurisdiction and matters beyond it, you inherently enhance your capacity to navigate life's complexities and fortify your pursuit of objectives. Principle 3. Refrain from enduring undue distress over fictional dilemmas. In the midst of life's uncertain circumstances, our minds often concoct thoughts that breed suffering. This phenomenon, although commonplace, warrants contemplation. A substantial portion of the adverse scenarios we conjure up in our minds rarely materialize. A notion Seneca aptly expressed: our fear exceeds the actual harm, and our mental anguish eclipses the factual situation. Redirect your attention to the present moment and cultivate serenity. It's quite probable that the dire eventualities your mind foresees are unlikely to manifest in reality. Principle 4. Approach triumph and setback with equanimity. Marcus Aurelius introduced a thought-provoking analogy that likened individuals to a rock tossed into the air. He remarked that the rock gains nothing as it ascends, nor loses a thing as it descends. It remains the same unchanging rock. Whether your day dawns with a leap in your career or concludes with a setback, your fundamental essence remains constant. Interestingly, challenging circumstances often serve as profound instructors, making them even more valuable than positive occurrences. Cultivating gratitude for every experience, regardless of its nature, proves invaluable. Why? Because in all eventualities, you persist as the same individual, capable of deriving wisdom from any circumstance that unfolds. Principle 5. Dedicate each day to a singular pursuit. Now, this guideline isn't meant to be interpreted in a strictly literal sense. By doing one thing every day, I refer to two distinct scenarios. The first pertains to individuals who navigate life without clear objectives. For them, channeling efforts into achieving a single goal daily, irrespective of its scale, is pivotal. Living devoid of purpose can transform a potentially exceptional life into one of mediocrity. The second scenario caters to those harboring a multitude of aspirations. While nurturing significant ambitions is commendable, the crux lies in tackling them one stride at a time. The temptation to juggle numerous ventures simultaneously can lead to a dilution of focus on what truly holds significance. Through this precept, I extend an invitation. Endeavor to conquer at least one goal you've set for yourself each day. It matters little whether it's an elemental task or an intricate undertaking. The aim is progress. Whether you're simplifying your existence by adhering to a single objective or ensuring that amid grand aspirations you maintain a centered approach, the essence is to make consistent strides toward achievement. Principle 6. Reject the allure of shortcuts. Whenever you embark on a quest for achievement, bear in mind that an effortless route seldom leads to true success. In life, endeavors of real value demand diligence and exertion. Consider anyone you hold in high regard for their accomplishments and delve into their life story. You'll observe that each triumph they've attained has been the product of unwavering labor and resolute discipline. Indeed, this resolve stands as the cornerstone of their accomplishments. The journey down arduous paths not only shapes your character, but also imparts invaluable lessons from missteps, fueling your perseverance. The divergence between those who scale great heights and those who falter lies in their capacity to endure effort and embrace sacrifice. While anyone can opt for the easy course, it's this select few who consistently realize their aspirations because they eschew ease for the sake of substantial attainment. Principle 7. Interrogate the necessity. Carve out a moment for introspection, contemplating the actions that populate your life's landscape. Ponder: is my current pursuit truly indispensable? Through this lens, you'll uncover the surplus of deeds and desires that bear no genuine significance. Time, a finite currency, is squandered on these hollow endeavors that yield no meaningful returns. To discern necessity, raise the pivotal question: why do I engage in these activities? Seek a rationale, a purpose that imparts value and substance. Should this purpose elude you, the venture in question is a superfluous appendage to your life's journey. Redirect your energies to endeavors infused with purpose, endeavors that amplify the richness of your existence. Principle 8. Embrace your fate with affection. The path we envision isn't always the one that unfolds before us, a universal truth of existence. As aptly expressed by Seneca, fortune dances to its own rhythm. Seneca's life itself serves as testament. Health challenges truncated his political trajectory, leading to his exile by an emperor. Although he managed to return, history repeated itself. In this narrative, Seneca's influence over external circumstances was marginal. The sole dominion he retained lay in his interpretation of events and his chosen response. The crux here lies in perception and reaction. Life, in its ebb and flow, orchestrates encounters with both triumphs and trials. Your prerogative enters the equation as you decide how to navigate these chapters. Will you opt to glean positivity from experiences, as Seneca elected to do? The narrative you cultivate determines your course, shaping whether you dwell in perpetual remorse or embrace each situation with a constructive outlook. Principle 9. Engage in dialogue with the departed. Zeno of Citium, the progenitor of Stoicism, sought counsel from an oracle after enduring the loss of his entire fortune. The oracle's counsel echoed an unconventional path to enlightenment: converse with the deceased. This counsel, it turns out, alluded to the practice of reading. Zeno was prompted to peruse the works of philosophers who had come before him. This act of reading bestows an extraordinary gift, the ability to engage with the thoughts and perspectives of minds that thrived millennia ago. In a world where novelty perpetually beckons, we often overlook the treasure trove of wisdom enshrined in texts of yore. While the allure of contemporary discoveries is undeniable, we mustn't overlook the wealth of timeless insights housed within books. Immersing oneself in literature permits an interaction with the profound thinkers of antiquity. Their accrued wisdom, stemming from lived experiences, can serve as navigational beacons in our own lives. Remarkably, the digital age has democratized this power, making access to this vast repository of knowledge more accessible than ever. In this age of unparalleled connectivity, seize the opportunity to tap into the collective sagacity of history's luminaries. Principle 10. Demand rigor from yourself. Extend empathy to others. Stoicism inherently comprises stringent ethical principles, clear delineations of right and wrong. However, and here lies a significant caveat, our stance toward others should be suffused with compassion and understanding. Marcus Aurelius aptly conveys this principle by acknowledging that some may stray from truth's path. Central to this is the realization that your moral standards are a code for your personal conduct. This isn't a directive to condone unjust or malicious behavior, but rather a reminder that not everyone will conform to your ideal conduct. Not every misstep demands your condemnation. Instead, lead by illustration. If someone errs, exemplify the right course of action. This method of setting an example holds more power to effect change than incessant judgment. The transformation may not be immediate, yet gradually your influence will take root, steering them toward emulation of your virtuous demeanor. Principle 11. Recall your mortality daily. In the words of Seneca, our greatest misconception lies in perceiving death as a distant event. Much of our life's time is already claimed by death. It's a misjudgment to think that death is some far-off occurrence. We often view it as a static endpoint, a moment that will eventually greet us down the road. This perspective is deceptive. The truth is, every day, we inch closer to death, the pace determined by our age and well-being. Seneca advocated for an alternative outlook, one that acknowledged death as an ongoing process. Death isn't in the distance, it's an ever-present phenomenon. It's the continuous tick of the clock's second hand, the fading light of every sunset. While the river of time flows, death steadily claims each moment that slips away. So how should we respond? Live. Embrace the present moment fully. Eliminate procrastination and unfinished pursuits. Maximize the value of the time that still belongs to you. Reflect on these Stoic teachings and their applicability in your life. It's important to acknowledge that Stoicism isn't a facile path. It mirrors life's challenges, demanding effort and discipline. The reward, however, is immense, an existence lived with purpose and intention. As you ponder these principles, consider if any additions resonate with you. Personally, I strive to integrate these tenets into my life, acknowledging the difficulty while recognizing the potential for transformation. Until next time, I anticipate your thoughts in the comments.